1. The hitchhiker. On a chilly autumn evening, a couple decided to take a scenic road trip through the mountains. As dusk fell, they spotted a hitchhiker standing by the roadside, shivering in the fading light. Against their better judgment, they pulled over. The man climbed into the backseat, his face obscured by a worn cap. As they drove, he spoke in hushed tones about the beauty of the mountains and a mysterious cabin hidden deep within the woods. Intrigued, the couple decided to follow his directions. After winding through narrow, dark roads, they arrived at an eerie, dilapidated cabin. Suddenly, the hitchhiker's demeanor shifted. He leaned forward, whispering, "You shouldn't have come here." Panic surged through the couple as they realized they'd driven into a trap. They turned to confront him, but he had vanished, leaving only a lingering chill in the air. 2. The wrong turn. A group of friends set out on a road trip to explore a series of haunted sites across the country. As night fell, they decided to take a shortcut suggested by a local gas station attendant. Ignoring the ominous warnings, they drove down a narrow, unmarked road surrounded by dense trees. The road twisted and turned, leading them deeper into the forest. Hours passed, and soon their phones lost signal. An unsettling feeling settled in as they noticed strange markings on the trees, symbols they couldn't identify. Then they heard whispers, soft but clear, echoing through the darkness. Panicking, they turned back, only to find the road had vanished. It was as if the forest had swallowed it whole. Frantically, they stumbled upon an old, abandoned cabin. As they approached, the door creaked open, revealing a dusty interior filled with the remnants of a life left behind. They quickly realized they weren't alone. Shadows danced in the corners, and the whispers grew louder, urging them to leave before it was too late. 3. The vanishing town. A young woman was driving cross-country when her car broke down in the middle of nowhere. After hours of waiting for a tow truck, she spotted headlights in the distance and felt a surge of hope. A pickup truck pulled up, and the driver, an older man, offered to give her a ride to the nearest town. As they drove, the man shared strange tales about the town, how it appeared only to those in need, then vanished without a trace. Intrigued, she asked him to drop her off in the town, eager to explore. When they arrived, it was quaint, with charming shops and friendly faces. She spent hours wandering, but something felt off. As dusk approached, she noticed the townsfolk were growing uneasy. They urged her to leave. Confused, she returned to the pickup truck only to find the man gone. Panicking, she turned to see the town fading before her eyes, the buildings dissolving into the mist. She was left standing alone on the empty road, the only sign of life a distant whisper of laughter. 4. The ghostly rest stop. On a late-night drive, a man decided to stop at a rest area to stretch his legs. As he walked toward the restroom, he noticed a flickering light in the distance. Curiosity piqued, he approached and found a small group of people gathered around a fire, laughing and sharing stories. Feeling a sense of camaraderie, he joined them. The group welcomed him warmly but soon became increasingly peculiar, their laughter growing hollow and their eyes clouded. As he tried to engage with them, he realized their skin was pale, almost translucent. Feeling unease creep in, he excused himself and made his way back to his car. As he drove away, he glanced in the rearview mirror to see the group still standing there, their faces now twisted in grimaces, mouths open in silent screams. 5. The last road trip. A family of 4 set off for a weekend getaway, excitement buzzing in the air. They drove through a desolate stretch of highway when their car suddenly sputtered and stopped. Stranded, they attempted to flag down passing cars, but no one seemed to stop. As night fell, they noticed a figure standing at the edge of the road, a woman in a white dress, swaying gently as if caught in an invisible breeze. Desperate for help, they approached her, but she vanished into thin air, leaving only a chilling laugh echoing through the night. Panic set in as they returned to their car, but it wouldn't start. They decided to walk down the road, hoping to find help. Hours passed, and fatigue weighed heavily on them. Then they heard it, the sound of children laughing, echoing from the darkness. When they turned to investigate, they stumbled upon a playground illuminated by a flickering light. But as they approached, the laughter turned sinister, the shadows morphing into figures, closing in around them. The family realized too late that they were not alone, and this road trip would be their last. Conclusion: as thrilling as road trips can be, the open road sometimes hides dark secrets. Whether it's a hitchhiker with malevolent intentions or a town that vanishes at dawn, these stories remind us that adventure often comes with unforeseen dangers. So, next time you hit the road, remember, not every turn leads to a happy ending.